In August, Senator Ted Cruz, determined to defund the president's signature health care reform, traveled the nation, funded by a conservative organization, Heritage Action. The Republican senator rallied supporters, but also faced hecklers.
Senator Cruz,
Number 2.
Vin Weber, a former Republican congressman and now a health industry lobbyist, says the defunding movement, which led to the government shutdown, was not backed by the Republican Party.
It is being driven by outside groups funded by conservative individuals, and they do not feel accountable to the Republican Party. In fact, they're quite critical of the Republican Party.
He cites FreedomWorks and Heritage Action, two conservative policy organizations. Charles and David Koch, brothers and billionaire industrialists, contributed heavily to conservative causes and have been vocal about defunding President Obama's health care law. Heritage Action CEO Michael Needham says they are big donors.
$500,000.
That's $500,000 to Heritage Action.
That's information that they've put out there and they've chosen to put out there, but no, they're not our top donor.
Who is?
It's not information I'm going to share.
I'm sorry?
That's not information that we share.
And by law, he doesn't have to. 3 years ago, the U.S. Supreme Court paved the way for political action committees to accept unlimited donations without revealing the source. Critics say this lacks transparency. Supporters say it gives power back to the people.
It's like an endorsement.
But Dean Clancy, a vice president of FreedomWorks, supports the ruling.
I think we're seeing for the first time in American politics that there is a real power outside of Washington to influence members of Congress very quickly.
Why won't Mark Begich stop the shutdown and defund Obamacare?
Using donor contributions, Heritage Action launched this $400,000 ad campaign aimed at pressuring Republican legislators to join their fight.
That's the problem.
Republican Steve LaTourette represented Ohio in Congress in the late 1990s. Now he's a lobbyist.
Anytime you get a bunch of people who are really rich and they have the ability to drive a message and buy unlimited media, whatever their message happens to be, yeah, it's not appropriate. I mean, they're not elected by anybody.
Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid accused the Koch brothers of financing the government shutdown.
Former Attorney General of the United States, Ed Meese, and the Koch brothers, raising and spending hundreds of millions of dollars to get us to where we are right now.
The Koch brothers struck back in this letter to senators. It accuses Reid of spreading false information and says they have not taken a position that links the dismantling of Obamacare to funding the government. In Washington, Carolyn Presutti, VOA News.